complexity of the design calls for a lot of cost dynamics. So without the understanding, you'd interact with people imagining, wait a minute, this was a very small space. How did it cost this much to design it? But you see, there's the concept bit of an interior designer that I think everyone does not conceptualize, doesn't put in place. That is number one. Number two, and I usually say with a lot of love, but a lot of firmness. If you do not have money, wachana na interior designer sometimes, because
sasa wewe unataka nani akuje fundi?
Wewe sikiza nikwambie, and you see that now that is the problem. Kuna fundi na kuna interior designer. Wakati nimekuja space yako alafu kazi yako ni kusema sasa nilikuwa nataka hii ifanye hapa, nilikuwa nataka hii ikae hivi, nilikuwa nataka hii utoe hapa uweke hapa, hiyo nitaenda nikuitie tu fundi ya kuja afanye hiyo kazi mbio mbio, because then you have an idea of what you want, and that is not to disregard, that is not to disregard what you want, but the elements, especially if you're dealing with someone who is able to conceptualize spaces, able to conceptualize end products, it is beautiful to listen to them. For example, I know how something as simple as lighting can change a whole space in terms of the interior feeling that it gets eventually. I know how the concept of even the furniture heights can change something. You know, you can have a very small space, but if you work and ensure that all your furniture are sitting on the wall and slightly lying on the ground so that they are short and not spread all over, someone enters your house and your space and it looks so big. Those are illusions of interior. And they happen all the time. So you get, so costing is a factor, and the reason nambianga watu, if you don't want to spend on an interior designer, then just don't spend on them. I can see a structure that you've put up. I can see how much you've spent putting up the structure. But now, hapa kwa interior, that's where you draw the line. All of a sudden, hakuna budget. All of a sudden, you want to work with this and that. And then a lot of us also, we want premium at the price of economy. So this is what I want. But I'm telling you, with what you have, this is impossible. So these are the two ways I approach interior design. Number one, there's a client, and I usually tell them, to be very honest, if I have to get you something decent in this space that you have, let's start looking at this from this figure. Then client atakwambia, you know what, I have 100 Gs, or I have 200 Gs, or I have 300 Gs. And I usually say with interior, negotiating can come to bite you very badly, because I will throw the card back at you. Nitakwambia, manze, mimi I had a very good idea, but because your budget was constrained, this is what I was able to give you. So I usually give a client that open card. Tell me, how much do you want to spend? Now, if you say this is what you want to spend, what I will do is I will conceptualize maybe one or two ideas, and I tell you, with this amount, this is what I can give you. This is what I can give you. This is what I can give you. Should you want to make adjustments, then maybe we can talk about the adjustments, and then you can see what it is. That is option number one. Of course, there's always the back and forth of, okay, how about you do it? Because as long as it is not my space I'm designing, the client's voice has to also be there. Then there's the other client, kuna wenye watafika bei, and those ones I love them. Kuna wenye wanafikanga bei anakuambia, sikiza, mimi cheza na hiyo space venye unataka. Wewe ni how much you need, alafu at the end of the day, this is the feel I want. Now, let me tell you, that is usually my field day, because sasa haunanga constraints. You know, you're able to go out of your way completely. But what I will say at the end of it all is, number one, first of all, if you want to cut costs with interior designing, ask yourself, are you working with an interior designer who is a business person managing fundis? Or are you working with an interior designer who is actually an expert and the people around him are an extension of his work?